In 2008, the city experienced a 500-year flood that devastated a lot of properties. 600 properties in the city were damaged. Over 300 of those needed to be demolished. One of those properties was a residential property that had been a former schoolhouse that was built in 1927 that was substantially damaged and could not be repaired. As part of FEMA's requirements to mitigate damages to historic properties, we needed to find a project that we could use and direct some funding toward. What we did was solicit proposals from our local historic society, and the Little Red Schoolhouse Museum popped up as just a perfect example of what we would want to do.
Little Red Schoolhouse was a schoolhouse here in Black Hawk County, and it was built in 1911. There were hundreds of one-room schoolhouses here in Iowa, but by the mid-60s they had been phased out with consolidation. It was in very bad shape. It was in very bad shape. It desperately needed to be painted. Pieces of paint peeling off, as big as my hand. And as the children would come up the back door on the ramp when they would come in from recess, you see peeling paint there, and you're a kid, what are you going to do?
What was done was siding replacement. There were several areas of rotting siding, and to keep sympathetic repairs for the original, a lot of the siding was replaced and repainted.
The boardwalk, it was very splintery. And so they provided the material, and one of our Kiwanis groups donated their labor. It was very much appreciated that we could get a professional painter and get the nice siding. We have no more ugly boards or boards that you touch and they're soft.
The Little Red Schoolhouse Museum is a hands-on, the kids can go in there and actually sit at the desks and see what it was really like.
June 20th, 1911. They started with a one-week class, and then it started to grow, and they added a second one, and I've seen it go from 3, 4, 5, and now this is our second year to have 6 one-week sessions for children. We do the 4 R's: reading, writing, arithmetic, and recess. It is such fun because the kids who are here want to be.
Since the repairs have been made, it stands out. It's just kind of a shining Little Red Schoolhouse now. It receives lots of visitors, young and old, a lot of kids that get to go through that.
For a community that is interested in history, it gives a very good idea of what things were like 100 years ago. And I think our community appreciates the past.